Welcome to A Double
Double
and Dice
with your host Kim.
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage
Pull up a comfy chair.
because we are ready to roll.
Welcome to episode 154 of A Double and Dice. And today we are going to talk about the games we played at our board game day, which was actually 2 days ago when we recorded this
That's right.
episode.
All of that is true.
Yes. And we had our fans give us some ideas of what games to play.
Fans. Our friends.
Our fan friends.
People who take their time out of their day to listen to us talk.
So the list was how much games did we
Eclectic?
have in it? We had about 13 games suggested from us from 3 different people.
Okay. Did we play any of those, Kim?
Out of the 13, 3 of them I brought.
Okay.
2 of which was not on the list that I brought, because I brought 5 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
We played 1 off
Okay.
that list. So we could talk about the 1 that we played that's off this list. And it was the first game we played. Do you remember the name?
That was Flip 7.
Yes. Now, by the way, I played all these games, and Jocelyn and Rob haven't played any of these games.
That's right. And Dave hadn't played one of the games.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
believe I talked about 2 of them on the podcast.
That feels right. But anyway, should we set the stage for the board game day before we get there, Kim?
Set the stage. All right.
Many, many months ago, Kim and Jocelyn and Rob in our Facebook chat said we really need to book a board game day because we did it last summer in August of 2024 and it was fun. You guys came out, you and Dave came out, we played a bunch of games. It was the summer, it was nice. We barbecued, we had burgers.
Yeah, we were outside.
It was great. And then we booked it for June and then Rob and I had to cancel.
Mhm.
And then I was like, we really got to get this on the books. And we came up with a date. And you gave us the date that we ended up doing, which was November 29th. Weather was not warm. And
No.
also, leading up to this, it almost got canceled again because your little guy was sick.
Yes.
Noah was not feeling well. And you were a little concerned, but he bounced back as little guys often do, and he went back to school on Wednesday, and you're like, yep, I can drop him at the grandparents on Friday night. We can have a Noah free weekend. He'll be just fine. So we made plans to come for Kim and Dave to come to my place for me and Rob to play games with them on the Saturday, and you guys arrived about 2:30ish, 2:45.
Yes, because of
After the traffic. Yeah. And so that was the stage. I made a bunch of snacks.
Mm-hmm. Yummy snacks.
Snacks are very important when it comes to board game days. So we had fresh cut veggies. There was cucumbers, carrots, and radishes. And then there was hummus. And then there was fresh salsa with chips and crackers and bread that was freshly baked. And then I made a feta dip, a whipped feta dip. So those are the dips that we had there. And then we had some taco chips to go with that and some crackers. And then I made tacos for dinner that we would talk about later when we had dinner. So when Kim and Dave arrived, we had
We'll go in
drinks and we had some snacks, and we started playing some games. So we started with a opening light, fun, casual game, which was called Flip 7.
Yes.
And that is the stage.
So Flip 7 is a card game.
Sort of.
Yeah, it's a press your luck kind of game. So it's a deck of cards based on 0 to 12, but how it runs is there are 0 zeros, and technically there's 1 0. 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, all the way up to 12 12. And then you have some extra cards that help you with multipliers.
Yeah, bonuses or second chances.
Flip 3, you can do it on yourself or someone else. Try to bust them because you're trying to get up to 200 points.
And you get busted when you pull a card that's the same as one of the cards you already have.
Yeah. So you can go to a max 7 cards of numbers. There's no limit to your other bonus cards. And as soon as you pretty much get a duplicate number, you are out for that round. You do not get points, nor you don't score points at all for that.
That's right.
So
That
it's a bit of
happens very
a,
often.
oh, should I get another card or not, depending. So it's a bit of a quick game, back and forth. And I believe I won the first game and Rob won the second one.
Yes.
Yeah. We
And
played
in
2
that
games,
first
right?
game,
Yeah.
in that first game, I almost didn't have any points for like 3/4 of the game because I kept getting busted. And it wasn't even like, for the most part, it wasn't even like I was pressing my luck. It was like I pulled a card, and then the next card that came around, same card. I was like, who shuffled these cards? Kim.
What? It wasn't a bad shuffle. I won.
Works for you. You won.
Yeah, the first game.
So, and then you kept getting busted in the second round. In the beginning, I took an early lead
Yes.
of the second game.
Yeah, I think I was
But-
last actually in the second round.
Yeah, I don't remember what the actual order was, but anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, it was super fun. I liked it a lot. It's very portable, right? It's a really great, easy game.
Yes, they made a variety of versions for it. Like they have this big box version, which we have, which is too much space. Then they have a little compact version that you can get. And you know what I saw today when I was looking at it, which I'm looking at it right now?
What?
They have a Flip 7 Grinch version.
You have to get that.
I don't know where to get that because
Find it on the internet.
I made an order at the board game store because I bought Flip 7, the compact version, for my mother-in-law, actually. She likes it so much, so I said I'll buy her one to keep at her house, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't see, when I was looking at it, they had a Grinch version. So I don't know if this, like, just released. It hasn't released yet. I feel it's been released because it's Grinch. It's coming, like Christmas is coming up, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, now I gotta hunt this down.
Yeah, you do.
Let's see if I can get this Grinch version.
But yeah, I would say Flip 7 was a very easy game to explain. I think non-gamers would be able to play it very easily. Like Rob and I were sitting there, we're like, yeah, we could play this game with all of Rob's family who don't really board game. We could play it with my family. We could even play it with my dad, who gets like super like over obsessed with when he tries to play a game, it just overwhelms him. Like he could play this game.
Yeah.
So we are currently, I think Rob's already planned to go to the local board game store and pick up a copy. They have some in stock so that we have it for Christmas.
I'm sure your young ones will be able to do it too.
Absolutely, right? Because Nathan
hard.
can read.
Yeah, and it's just numbers.
It's just numbers, and you're matching the numbers, right? So even Penelope, who can't necessarily read yet, although she's maybe getting there, I think she could definitely play it. So
yeah, you just gotta read probably the bonus cards to her, what they do, or help her out or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, she's how old is Penelope? 4.5. So she can read like but she just started junior kindergarten. So anyway, it was super fun. I would absolutely play that again. I honestly would have played it like 4 more times. But we decided we wanted to play something a little bit more in depth before we had dinner. So, but we didn't want to play something super crazy. We wanted to start with something that would maybe take like an hour, I think, because it was too early for dinner. But we were all very hungry. We probably should have just eaten dinner early.
We kept eating snacks.
We kept going up to the kitchen where I had all the snacks set up. So, but that's okay. It was good to get up and move around a little bit. And the next game we played was called Photo Tour.
But we ate first.
No.
Didn't we eat first? No, we didn't.
We played Photo Tour and then we ate and then we played the other game.
Yes. So Photo Tour I have talked about.
Yes. Yeah. And it reminded Rob a lot of a game that we had played online once with some friends that they had the board and we were just like on camera. What did we decide that was? Tokaido?
No, Tokaido's... Is it like that? I don't know if Tokaido is like that.
I think that's what it was, where you were taking pictures. There was
Oh, taking
taking pictures at viewpoints. Anyway,
I'm gonna
Rob
look
did
that one
figure
up.
it out. Maybe it wasn't that game. I can't look it up because I am recording this from a hotel room on my cell phone, so I cannot open my cell phone and risk the connection. So
Yeah,
I think it was Tokaido, but maybe it wasn't. Anyway, it was something else that we had played that had a kind of similar thing where you were taking photos at certain spots.
I
But
can't remember if Tokaido. I know you go along the road on a Tokaido, but I don't remember taking photos.
yeah, there is photo spots on the road.
Okay,
So anyway,
maybe.
but we played Photo Tour. So Kim, tell us about Photo Tour.
All right, so photo tour is you are pretty much you have you have cards in your hands which you're trying to travel around North America to take photos of these places that you have in your cards. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to move across these things, and the only way that you can move is there's a set of dice that have like your travel. So you have like a bus, a car, I was gonna say a bird and a plane, but no, a plane, no bird,
No bird.
no bird. And well, no, it's only those four, right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And a car can go on like the highway, it can go on the road, but the bus can't go on the road. The plane can only go from one plane location to another plane. So you roll these dice, so they're random, and you place them on the board, and that's what you use to travel. Then you have like these tokens, the equipment tokens, which give you bonus at the end. So each card that you have in your hand matches a symbol on these tokens, and they can give you a bonus. But you're only allowed to do one thing per turn. So you can either plan, which is actually taking a photo of where you are. You can move, which is taking a plane, a bus, or a train. I want to say train. There's no train. Car to wherever you need to go before you plan, because you can't unless you're sitting on it. I don't know. And you can also rent equipment, which is actually taking equipment and putting it on your board. Planning is if you want to pick up more cards.
Right.
Pick up more cards. And taking a photo is taking a photo. So on your turn, you're only allowed to do one of these things. You kind of have to plan what you're going to do, and you're not always going to get what you want, because the roll of the dice for traveling is random. Someone could take it from you. You can get stuck, which I think a couple of us have gotten stuck. But you can spend a token or spend a card to re-roll these dice.
Yep.
If need be. So, and that's what you're pretty much doing. So you can't be in the same place as someone else. And it's first to fill up their board of 7, I believe it is. Cards give you bonuses. They can, and even if you put something down on the right terrain, it can give you bonuses, because there's 2 terrains, I think. There was forest and urban. I don't know if they called it forest. I know they called it urban.
Yeah, it's like nature or something.
Yeah, and if you place it right on your board, you get more bonuses, and really it combos off each other, kind of thing. But each board is actually different. I didn't have the same as your bonuses, as Rob had different bonuses you based on your color of your board.
Yeah, so I picked the green board, not knowing what the bonuses were. And that board was awesome because it allowed me to fly for free.
Yeah.
So I had to put I think it was an urban photo in my box, and it gave me, when I did that, I had the bonus that once per turn I could fly for free.
Yeah. And then it has 10 bonuses stuff, and
so I just picked things that I could fly to, and then I didn't have to worry about any other locations, because like you got stuck, Kim, right? You had to have a car. I got stuck
until I had to roll the dice, like get it rolled by burning a card, I think, or I don't know what I burned, but I had to roll it because I did get stuck. I was in a place where it was only
cars.
Can go, and there was no cars.
Yeah, it was only cars. So so it was really cool, and the setup of that was neat because you all start somewhere different, and you do that because you get dealt 3 locations and you keep 2 of them, and the one you discard is where you start.
Yes.
So that was really cool how that was set up. Yeah, it was really neat. And then, like you said, you get bonuses for certain things. Like towards the end there, I laid a photo of something where it said, when somebody else takes an airplane, then I can just fly for free on their turn. I was like, well, that's pretty cool. There was also like a strategy piece of like blocking people. So like Rob decided to get himself up to Canada, and I had a feeling that he was heading for Montreal, and I just flew to Toronto and blocked him because he couldn't get there. But then he stole the Montreal card, so then I couldn't use it, so I had to fly somewhere else. So yeah, so there was some cool stuff like that. There was definitely that happening where we were kind of blocking each other and trying to figure it out. And then my favorite part, one of my favorite parts, was reading the fun facts on the cards about the
Yes.
locations, which Kim didn't do.
No.
And then my other favorite part, which I only did twice or three times, was when someone said that they were going to take a photo. I had keyed up Nickelback's Photograph on my phone,
Yeah.
because the song, because the first line of that is, "Look at this photograph." So someone would say, "I'm gonna take a picture," and then I would hit play on my phone just for that one line.
You played
I
it about
think I
3
al-
times until we're
I
like,
think
okay.
I think I did it 3 times, and then I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. But it was hilarious. The first time it was funny. The second time it was like, and then the third time everyone rolled their eyes, but I still laughed. So made me happy. I recommend that if you play this game.
Yeah. The art on it is beautiful. It's
Yeah, and
very vibrant.
Canadian game designer.
Yes.
Yeah, and like,
Very local game designer, like publisher.
yeah.
I don't know.
And the only notes that I have is that I wish it was more Canadian than American, but I understand that, because I think there's a lot of great places to take pictures in Canada. But I think, you're appealing to a wider audience when you have the US on the game board.
Yeah, there was some Canadian cities, but not much.
Yeah. I started in BC. I don't remember what city I was in. It wasn't Vancouver. I had to take a car to get to Vancouver so I could start flying places. So, I liked that game a lot. It was super, super fun.
And then we had dinner.
And then we had dinner because we were all starving and we kept getting up to go to the kitchen to get food. And then I offered to make people plates, and they're like, "No, it's okay. We're gonna eat dinner soon." So I had pre-made crock pot tacos. So basically, if you've never made crock pot tacos before, they were ground beef ones. You cook you brown the meat on the stove with the spices and everything, and then you just throw it in the crock pot with some tomato sauce and additional spices. And then it just sits there on low all day so that you can grab it whenever you want it and it's still warm. And we had some hard shells and some soft shells, and I'd done up a bunch of veggies to go with it. And then I made some rice and beans as a side. So how was dinner, Kim?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I think the only thing was we should have had more soft taco shells and maybe some full flour tortillas, because the corn flour tortillas were kind of breaking.
Yeah.
So,
But it
didn't even think about that.
Tastes good with the tacos. Like, I don't think I've ever had corn tortillas with tacos. So
The soft ones.
yeah, it was a good mix. Like, it had a good taste to it.
Yeah, I like the hard shells, and then we warmed everything up as well, because it always tastes better when you warm up the shells, whether they're soft shells or they're hard shells. So we warmed those up.
Except for the first two soft ones.
The first two soft ones.
Chips.
I was trying to do too many things at once, and everyone was in the kitchen, and I forgot to tell someone to keep an eye on them, so those became chips. I also made a batch of margaritas.
Yep, we had a margarita.
To go with tacos. So we each had a margarita with dinner, and I had the tahini spicy salt, which Dave, Kim, and I took, and then Rob just went with the regular coarse salt when I rimmed the glass.
It was quite spicy.
It was very spicy. I liked it, though. I ate all of my rim.
Oh yeah, every time I went for a sip, I went to a different side of the rim where it had salt.
I had made fresh pickled onions. I don't know if you had any of the onions, Kim.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, were they good?
Yeah.
I don't eat onions.
I think I put everything on there except the peppers because I hate peppers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the lettuce all looked sad, so we didn't have lettuce on the tacos. Rob had
That's
brought
fine.
spinach, and then I completely forgot to pull it out. So anyway, so we had tacos and margaritas, and that was our little snack, and we had some rice and beans, and yeah, and then we cleaned up from dinner, got everything all tidied up and ready to go, and then we brought out the big gun.
The big game, which was Vantage.
Mm-hmm.
Which if everybody remembers or not,
I
if you
remember.
didn't listen to this episode, the episode that we talked about Vantage, it is a open world, sort of co-op, non-campaign, make your own adventure game.
Yeah.
And we played this game for about 3 hours.
But it didn't
I believe.
feel like 3 hours.
No.
Like the
At
only... Sorry,
it started slow. Sorry, it started a bit slow, but then it picked up. Once everybody knew what they were doing again, it picked up. So then it didn't feel like that long.
For me, the only reason it felt like it was 3 hours is towards the end of it, I was getting sore from sitting for so long.
Yeah. You could have stood up, and
I did. I stood up a little bit and moved around and what have you. We did that, but yeah. So I'd say the first maybe 2 rounds were a little bit choppy.
Yeah, but then we got going.
Yeah, because you and Dave were setting it up, and I was finishing up in the kitchen, and Rob was helping me tidy up, and then we kind of got there, and there was a bunch of rules questions right off the bat, and then once we got going, we were in a pretty good rhythm. So, yeah, so it was pretty neat. I liked it. We did decide to take notes. At least Rob and I did. I don't know if you and
I did
Dave
not
did.
take notes.
I took notes on my phone, just of the locations that I was in and the actions I had taken in case I ended up back in those locations, because that happened to me accidentally.
Well, yeah, and you can't take the same action you did on location, so that's why you write it down.
That's why you make notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started by using the names of the actions, but then I realized the names of the actions are different depending on the card, so I just went with the colors. So I was just marking down what colors I had done in each particular location.
Yep.
I got on a pretty good trend there for a while where it kept having me continue, and I was doing like 3 or 4 things at a turn.
Until
I ended up in the caves.
Then I was like, no, you're never going to get out of the cave, because that's what happened to me.
And I didn't get out of the caves, but I also did not die.
No, we actually did pretty good.
We did.
We've completed our mission.
We did.
And nobody even died.
Not once.
Nope.
No cheating. No takebacks.
And we decided to end the game at our success of the mission.
Yeah, because there was an option to keep going.
Yeah.
But at that point, it was like, what was it, like 10 o'clock?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, I think we'd been playing for about 3 hours. And of course, you guys still had your hour drive home. So we decided to end it there. But yeah, it was a neat game because you're doing your own thing, but what you're doing does kind of help or hinder your opponent, your other players, not opponents, because they're not really opponents. You're all trying to get to the same goal. And it's neat because it keeps you engaged. Because, like, when I'm doing something, Rob is reading my book, and everyone's kind of following along with what I'm doing, and I'm making my decisions. And then it passes to, like, you, Kim, and then I read your book, etc.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So I read for Dave, Dave read for Rob, Rob read for you. So depending on your decision you made, or color, as Jocelyn makes it, each book has a color and the name of it. So every time she picked this, you always succeed, but
always, yeah.
There is a it could be good, bad, penalty, whatever it is, comes the after fact. So
yeah, absolutely. And then once we got the hang of, like, taking the dice on, so, like, when you do a challenge, to Kim's point, you always succeed. It's just a matter of, can you place all your dice?
Mm-hmm.
And we started realizing, like, oh, I can only put a die from a green action in this box. I can take it from anybody, but it has to be a green action, right? Or if I put something in this box, I get a benefit to that. I get an extra action token, or I get a skill that could help me later, or I could use to help you reduce a roll. Because like, what was it at one point? Didn't it say for someone to roll like 8 dice? I think Dave was supposed to roll 8 dice
Yes.
when he was fighting the big monster.
Oh, the Kraken.
The Kraken, yeah. So it's
Spoiler.
like roll 8 dice, and we're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So, but we actually
Yeah.
did pretty good because he got some of the blanks that went into the discard pile, and then I think the rest of us were able to take the stuff. So, this game for sure, not for new players. You're not a
No.
board gamer. You don't play anything outside of Monopoly or Scrabble. Like, no.
No. It'd be a
Let
little
me
bit
at least
lighter.
teach you like Catan or Ticket to Ride or something before we get into this game. Like, far too complex. Definitely crunchy from a rules
Yeah.
perspective.
And I mean, we had questions, but again, we couldn't really find the answers. But it's
At
a
one point,
game
we had to
of
Google.
yeah, but it's a game of you make your own
Yeah. You make your decisions. Yep.
Yeah. Of
Yeah,
how
you make your decisions.
we all kind of talked about it and feel like, yeah, this is how it probably sounds like, or you know.
Yeah. And then we just made that rule consistent.
So
When you went into your gambling den, Kim,
that was fun.
oh my God, I was like, what the heck is happening here? I am so confused.
Yeah, I even got to rip from the spoiler pack,
Yeah, that was
which
exciting.
we've never ripped from before. So
It was a fresh rip.
it's been ripped now, but we'll see if it ever goes back in there. But yeah, and a few new stuff for me. Like the gambling was new for me when I second time playing it. It was a completely different experience because the first one, if I told people, I think in that episode, I did fall in the cave and couldn't get out.
Mhm.
So,
And I wasn't stuck in the cave.
no,
I
we're
was
getting
still
there.
moving. I was getting around. I actually got really lucky because where I was on the planet, I kept pulling cards that were making me take cold damage.
Yeah.
But I had an ability that allowed me to negate cold damage.
Yeah,
And
we
then
earned a lot of items.
Yeah. And then I also had, so I had one that would prevent cold, heat, or hypoxia, which actually came into play because once I got into the caves, there was a card that pulled up that said, take 1 hypoxia damage immediately. And I was like, no, here is this little silver cube. I am fine. Moving on.
I found I didn't have much cubes. Like I was lacking, so I couldn't move. Because you need cubes to move.
Well, what color were you? Orange?
No, purple.
Purple, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we weren't taking as many purple actions.
No, which got me a cube to put on my thing. Yeah, because 2 cubes to move, or unless you had a move token, which again, not much of us had.
Yeah, because I was green, and Dave was yellow.
I think so.
And Rob was blue, I think. Or orange.
I think he was blue.
I can't remember. Anyway, but we were taking those actions more often, so that also sort of came into play because also Kim, you wanted to depart places, and you had to spend 2 cubes to do that, right? So you were spending cubes. You just had to once you earned them, you were gone, and you had to earn more before you could move again, just because of the way your game was going. So, but yeah, it was super fun. And after you guys left, Rob and I were talking as we finished cleaning up the kitchen. We were saying that if you had the space for it, that would be a game that you could just leave out and be like, okay, we're done for now. We've completed this mission, right?
Then come back.
But we're going to come back to that in a week, and Kim and Dave are going to come back over, and we're going to continue on where we left off at the mission.
Yeah.
Totally doable.
Like an ongoing.
Yeah, like an ongoing game. So that would be pretty cool. Also, during Vantage, there was coffee. We had espresso. Dave had tea.
Yes, he's not a coffee drinker.
That's fine. And we had Portuguese tarts that were actually pretty good.
Jocelyn did not make the tarts.
No, I just baked them from frozen.
But it was good frozen.
Yeah, they were good. I did not have time and for those of you that listen to the podcast for a long time, you know that I like to bake and I like to make everything from scratch. And I, made as many things from scratch as I could for this visit with Kim and Dave, because that's just what I like to do. But I didn't have time to bake. So I had picked up a while back, the big grocery store here in Canada is called Loblaws, and they have their own brand called President's Choice. And they had President's Choice Portuguese egg tarts. If you've ever had one of those, they're amazing. So they're baked from frozen. So I baked them in the afternoon before Kim and Dave came, and then we just warmed them up in the toaster oven so they were nice and crispy. So it was a really nice thin phyllo pastry, very crispy and flaky. The center of the tart was like firm, but not like chewy. It was a good texture, and then we put a little bit of cinnamon on top, so that was tasty.
It was pretty good. I might have to go hunt for it.
Well, they're in the frozen section at the bakery. So if you just go up to the superstore, which is just up the street from your house,
Yes.
you'll find them there. In the frozen section of the bakery.
The frozen section of the bakery. Okay.
Yeah, that's where they have like the bake. You can bake the croissants. You get the bread. You can bake. That's where the pizza dough is. Like all that stuff's in the bakery section.
Yeah, I was shocked how good it was coming from a box.
Yeah, they were really, really good.
So
they get some really good stuff. Like their pizzas. If I hadn't made tacos, I was probably just going to do a bunch of their black label pizzas, which are actually hand tossed in Italy and then flash frozen and shipped over.
wow.
And they're amazing. Like they're a restaurant quality pizza for $8.
It's pretty good.
$8 Canadian. So for those of you in the Americans can do your
$6.
your currency conversion. And then the other thing we had the ice cream that I made.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this quick little recipe for a vanilla bean ice cream. It's super, super easy. I just make it in my stand mixer. It's just whipping cream, sugar, a vanilla bean, a splash of salt, and a tablespoon of scotch. The scotch is what prevents it from fully freezing. And you just whip that up like a whipped cream. And then you just throw it in the freezer for a few hours, and then you've got ice cream.
Easy peasy.
It was very tasty.
Yeah, it was good.
Everything that I made from scratch is not hard.
No, they're like 5-minute things,
Yeah, honestly, it's the cleanup that takes more than anything.
Yeah.
Like making the salsa from scratch is so easy. Like it's a can of tomatoes, it's cilantro, it's the juice of a lime, it's a little bit of salt, it's a jalapeno and an onion and some garlic, and that's it. And you just throw it in the food processor and you go pulse, done. It takes longer to clean the food processor than it does to make the salsa. But it's worth it because it's so good.
It is good. You sent me the recipe for it.
I did. Yeah, absolutely. Because I made it last time too. We didn't have it last time because I had forgotten that I'd made it. But I sent you home with it.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So this time I just sent you home with the sour cream because it was going to go in the garbage.
We have the sour cream, which we haven't used yet. I don't even know what we're going to use it on. But
Rob and I don't eat sour cream, so we got sour cream especially for you.
Well, you asked, and I said yes.
Yeah, if we didn't have it, then that would be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, so that was game day. So what was your favorite game?
It's really hard to say. Like, I liked all three of them. The Vantage was like super interesting and intricate, and I liked that a lot. But I think for like a light game with friends, Photo Tour was probably my favorite. Like I said, Flip 7 I could play a whole bunch of times. Yeah. But, eventually you're going to get bored of that. It's like Taco, Goat, Cheese, Pizza, Cat.
Yeah.
Right? You can only play that for like so long before you're like, okay, I'm done with these cards.
Yeah. I mean, you can't probably go over 3 times playing that game.
Yeah. Photo Tour, like Kim destroyed us. I don't know if I mentioned this, but...
Oh, yeah. But then but I was in your position when I played it the first time with Matt, and Matt destroyed me. So
yeah, I was looking at a bunch of different things, like how can I get to these places? And then I noticed that the numbers, like the points on them, were were really small, like some of them. So it's like, oh, I wanted to get something that has bigger points on it so that I
Yeah.
earn more points. And then it was like, okay, well, I want to get to like the perfect position to make this happen. So I was maybe overthinking it a little bit. Although I guess you didn't destroy me because I think I came in second.
Yeah, the cards I got in my hand, 2 of them are already in the same, pretty much a road away.
Yeah.
And then when I started picking some other cards up, they were all like a road away. So, and they were kind of decent points. So I just went with that. So I didn't fly anywhere other than stay in the same 6 spot that I was at.
Yeah.
Just went around. So,
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. What about you? What was your favorite?
from Dave's perspective, he said Photo Tour was okay.
Yeah.
But he really likes Vantage. Like he was like,
I can
he was
see
happy
why.
to play it. He was happy
Yeah.
to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he says
Yeah.
this is my favorite game right now. So,
And from Rob's perspective, he liked all 3 games for different reasons. And like I said, like he's already going out there looking for a version of Flip 7 so that we can get our own copy of Flip 7 so that we can play that with family this holiday season.
yeah, if he comes across the Grinch one, let me know.
Yeah. He liked Photo Tour because it's interesting with the fun facts and the photos and all of that sort of stuff. But yeah, definitely Vantage was the most complex game. I also think towards the end there when we decided to close it off, like I think we were all getting tired too.
Yeah.
We were starting to lose the thread a little bit.
And we had to drive home. So
You did. I was fine. I was where I needed to be. So yeah, what about you? What was your favorite specifically? Not Dave's, yours.
I don't know. Photo Tour and Vantage are completely different. I can't really put Flip 7 in that because it's kind of like a warm-up game, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's a good game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like Vantage probably a little bit more. I find like
Mhm.
Photo Tour gotta be a little harder. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like a little harder, a little more challenging, I guess. But it's a good game. Just I find like it needs to be a little bit more something to more make it harder. And then Vantage, yeah, it was always a different experience. So, I liked my first experience because I was stuck in the cave and I was determined to get out.
Mm-hmm.
My second one, it was okay. I think it was fine. I did like the dueling.
Yeah.
I could have kept doing that too because I was in the market and it said that you can continue to use these actions. So, I probably would have dueled some more. But
yeah, I think the difference there though was like you didn't want to hold the game up for everybody else.
Yeah, because it was
Right.
a little bit long to duel. Well, we couldn't understand it at first.
Yeah, but it was still a little bit long to do.
Yeah.
And like at least when my things were continuing, like I got to do like 3 things, but it didn't take forever. Right? It was a slightly longer turn than the rest of you, but it wasn't like as long as the dueling.
Yeah. So, but other than that, yeah, I think they're both good. I just a little bit more challenge on Photo Tour, but Vantage is definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
So it was a different experience. My second time.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Games we didn't play. We had brought SWU decks because Dave likes Star Wars. We're like, maybe we do some SWU decks, but we ran out of time.
Yeah. What else did I bring? Which was on the list. Was Thunder Road Vendetta.
Yeah.
Which we'll have to get to at some point.
Definitely.
Quacks of Quildenberg, or however you say it. Those were the other 2.
Yeah. And I had brought up a couple things. Rob was going to bring Canvas, but we didn't have time anyway, so that was fine that he didn't. I had brought up Pretending to Grow Up. I don't think we played that last time, Kim. It's a card game. I
don't think so.
So I brought that one up that we could potentially play. I had brought Railroad Ink. And then I had brought up Marvel Splendor, which I've had for like 5 years and is still in the plastic, which is basically just Splendor, if you've ever played Splendor before, but it's Marvel themed.
Yes, so. I have played Splendor. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a light game. It's a quick game. It's a light game. I thought it might be a nice one to warm up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those were the extra games that we had. And of course, I have all the versions of Wingspan. in the
I was
basement
close
in the
to
great
bringing
big nesting box.
I was close to bringing the fish one.
Oh yeah, Finspan.
Yeah.
I would have tried that. What was Rob looking forward to? Oh, he wanted you to bring Zombicide.
Oh yes. As soon as I walked through the door, I didn't even like. No, I walked through
He
the door
hadn't even
and
said
he's like,
hi
"So what
yet.
games did you bring? Zombicide?" I'm like, "No. Did you really want to play that?"
He wanted to play Zombicide.
Well, note for next time.
Note for next time. And what was the other game? Oh, we had talked about and then we'd forgotten. Again, didn't matter because we didn't have enough time. Rob has this really cool like Godzilla game where you're like kaijus and stuff.
Tokyo something. I have that game.
No, this isn't like King of Tokyo or something like that.
No, isn't it called Tokyo something?
I don't think it's called Tokyo anything. I think it's called Godzilla and it's in a different language.
Yeah, that's the one I have too. I'm actually I thought it was called. Okay, while you're talking, give me 2 seconds.
Is it called Tokyo something? I'm not sure.
I thought it was, but I will look in my games.
It has like you set up the board and the board is like a hexagon. And they're little puzzle pieces that fit together and there's like ships and stuff and the monsters are fighting each other.
Godzilla Tokyo Clash.
That's the one.
Yep.
You
I actually own it. Yeah, I own it. I haven't played it yet.
Oh, Rob and I played it.
Wall of Shame.
The Shelf of Opportunity.
Shelf of Opportunity.
Yeah, Rob and I have played it a few times, and that's a fun game. So we had thought we might bring that out, and then he forgot, and I forgot. And he's like, "What games am I bringing?" I'm like, "Swoodex." He's like, "Okay. Do I need to bring anything else?" I'm like, "No, I'm cooking. I don't know." Anyway, so that was it. That was what we ended up doing. But that's okay because we're going to book another day for board games.
Yeah.
And it's going to be before it's been 18 months or a year.
Yeah.
And I think that you're booking your hotel for Breakout Con.
Sometime in the new year, probably.
Just book it, Kim. There's no penalty if you cancel it. And if you do that, then we could also play some of these games like at the hotel later.
Yeah.
Right? Like we could bring some games in with us because Rob and I are going to Breakout Con in March. And we've got our hotel booked already. So I went ahead and booked it right off the bat because it's like there was no penalty for canceling it. So, but we're planning to go. So yeah, so we can always bring a few games that are easily portable and we could play some games after hours, right? So
yeah. Except we might have Noah, so
Noah goes to sleep at some point, right?
Yeah, you can't leave him in the room.
I'm not saying you leave him in the room. You just put like headphones on him or something. Doesn't he like sleep like the dead? Most kids do.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll get a deep sleep and start talking. He's a talker.
Maybe like by the time Breakout Con comes, I will be like a super platinum elite reward member. So maybe they'll upgrade me to a suite and then you can bring Noah and he can like crash in the bedroom. And then we can play games and then when it's time to go to bed, then you and Dave just carry him to his room.
There you go. Just got it all planned out.
Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. I mean, the hotel is probably going to be sold out that weekend, so it's unlikely that we get an upgrade. But
actually, we were able to get in, and we were what, a month away from doing Breakout Con, and we got a room. So, and it was so much other things going on too.
Yeah, Rob and I had decided not to get a room, and we regretted it because we just came in for the day and then we went home, and we're like, we really wish we could have stayed. But yeah, I've been doing so much work travel. Case in point, I'm doing this recording from my phone in the hotel room, which probably sounds really bad, so I apologize. But I got upgraded in my hotel room tonight. I'm in a suite tonight.
Mike. So. Her name's Mike.
I haven't checked to see if they fixed that yet.
Probably not. They call out
support. So when you check into a hotel, I don't know if people spend a lot of time in hotels like I do. When you're like a member at the Marriott brand, which is where I'm staying, when you come into the room, they turn the TVs on and it has your name on it. But when I came into this room, it said my name was Mike. I'm turning the TV on right now to see if it's fixed it. And then because I'm like a fancy member, I get enhanced internet, and it wouldn't let me sign into the enhanced internet.
Because it thinks you're Mike.
No, it still says I'm Mike.
Yeah. It's not going
But
to happen until you probably
it's
leave.
fine. It's fine. The internet was holding. So, but I'm staying in this hotel for 2 nights, and then I'm going to a different hotel for one more night before I fly home. So, I have to go to a different city. I am in Moncton, New Brunswick, and I'm headed to St. John, New Brunswick, and then Fredericton, and then I'm flying home from Fredericton. So,
Yep, she's an hour ahead.
That's my plan. Yeah, it's 9:20 here, and I haven't had dinner yet, and I have to go find some dinner. So, so on that note, we probably need to wrap up this episode, Kim.
Yeah.
Board game 100 out of 10. Board game day.
Yep, and thanks everybody for sending their games over to us of what we should have played.
Sorry we didn't play the other 11 games or 12 games that you recommended.
Yeah, but we said we might not. So.
Yeah, we did reserve the right to ignore all the suggestions.
So last episode, we actually got a few comments, a couple on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, and Discord, because last time we talked about your swing.
Yes, you're swinging it up.
So, Unknown Force, aka Petrus,
yes.
On the YouTubes, he says, I was going to learn how to play SWU at PAX Unplugged, but they didn't have any official learn to plays, mainly leaning from the judges. I met a very friendly SWU competitor that day in line named Jay, and he was telling me all about SWU. He wanted to learn to play Lorcana, but there wasn't any learn to play events. They really should have these things.
They should.
If only they had learned to play events, that I would have slotted it into my schedule. So there's a PAX Unplugged comment there that you guys should have some learn to play stuff. Because that's
Petrus,
go ahead.
We can teach you how to play SWU.
There you go. You should do a learn to play.
Yeah, totally.
And then Darren Christie.
Darren. We haven't heard from Darren in a while.
Said, I love SWU. We play the multiplayer format Twin Suns. Yeah, or just use the pre-con decks. Our group is trying to keep costs down for everyone. I've been getting back into Netrunner, which I love, which I've actually never played. Very low entry cost to get into. Proxies are allowed even in tournaments. We'll be hopefully playing Ashes again, which is another one I used to own and did not play. Once the Kickstarter fulfills. Then back to drafting Dice Masters in the new year. I'm still hungry. I'm sorry, I'm still hungry. Am I hungry? You're hungry. I'm still angry with WizKids dropping the ball on this.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Then from our episode, also from Discord, Collector Rob. I took notice the "Is it dead?" Remember you talked about someone saying "Is it dead?" in post on Facebook. I think you hit the nail on the head when you said about their particular local scene. But it is very clear how popular the game is all over. I even saw some spoilers for the next set already, and he gave that emoji that's like, "Woo!" We know the. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not sure I can afford to keep up with it. I know that the best way to buy is to buy specific singles, but I do enjoy opening packs. As for the new mechanics, I really like plot. I ended up using Palatine on the pre-release event I went to, and Harry, who is his son. I have had some really fun games with the new Spotlight decks.
Yes. Yeah.
And
the Spotlight decks are great.
That's the pre ones, right?
They're the pre-made decks, yeah.
Yort, aka Troy, was also in this. He said FWIW.
For what it's worth.
SWU has regular events in our area every first and third Wednesday. Currently opposite Dice Masters, since there is some crossover. When we did our Firefly draft, they had 8, I believe. I think in-person events still suffer from the same problem that Dice Masters had. Most people just know they exist. Just don't know they exist, or too scared to try it. Heck, even Pokemon events in our area aren't much more attended. Like, not much people go.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that where people don't know the event happens, or they're afraid to go to the event.
Yeah, because they don't. know what they're up against, I guess, right? It's like Dice Masters. You're afraid to go to a Dice Masters if you don't know anybody.
They don't know. People don't know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
Like, when we've talked about it before, when I first came out to Dice Masters in Mississauga, I didn't know what to expect or what I was walking into or who any of you people were, and I was kind of terrified, and I almost didn't come. And now look at that. If that had happened, we wouldn't have 154 episodes of a podcast.
That's correct. You wouldn't have met me.
That's right.
And then Collector Rob said, yeah, those are definitely be issues. It is pretty nerve-wracking doing a tournament tournament if you're never done one before.
Yeah.
So thanks for the comments, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. That's a lot of great feedback. I saw the stuff in the Discord. I did not see the YouTube. So that's awesome that some YouTube people appeared. Some wild YouTube people.
And that's the dice bag.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Kim, for reading the dice bag. Appreciate you.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
So should we end it there?
Sure.
We'll wrap it up. Now it's my job. So thanks so much for listening. And we would love to hear from you in all of the usual places, like the YouTube comments or the Discord, which are the most often places we get, but we also get emails sometimes. So you can find us on our Discord at DM North TV. There's a Double and Dice podcast convo chat where you can join in the conversation, like Collector Rob and Yort and somebody else.
Petrus and Darren.
Petrus. Well, Petrus and Darren were on the YouTube.
Yes, we're on the YouTube.
But also on the Discord, you can add us. Kim is at Super K, and I am at Jostitch, J-O-C Stitch. You can find us on all the socials at DM North TV. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/DM North TV, where we post all of our episodes and where Kim and Matt post their plays of games that they stream on twitch.tv/DM North TV. And you can also email us at tripledpodcast@dm-north.com. So until next time, on a double and dice.